Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. Well, no bingo here, and I don't think I can play off all of my high-scoring tiles. But I do have Dowf for 22. Well, more high-scoring tiles, but there's some synergy here, so I can play Phony, and Foy and Fey are also good. Dowf only, well, either takes nothing or takes an S. And no obvious place to play Foamy for a big score, but it does play under the O of Af in row I. Well, that's been taken. But FA looks handy. My Y can go there. What else can I do? OK takes an A, so do I have any A something Y plays? Not sure I do. OK also takes an E, but the trouble is WO doesn't take anything, so I may have to go this way with Yom for 33. I'd rather play the F, but well, Woff is good. So I can play 5 for 42. And I can stick an O and an A in front for 51. This is looking pretty good. Can I play the M as well? No, I don't think so. I'm going with this. Ouch, Ophi not good. But Phi certainly is. Can I put an E or an A under OK? Don't think so. I am going with this. I have Airsome. Wow, that plays in row G. But nowhere else will that remain available. Fey takes an O in front and an S afterwards. Woff takes an S. Wow, quite fortunate having a bingo, given that I kept a vowel-heavy rack. So that could easily be blocked. And only a floating D at the moment. And I don't have a bingo onto that. But overall, this is quite a good rack, and if I don't have a bingo, well, I've got the M to try and eke out some score. Now, opponent does block Airsome. So how about the floaters? Well, the vowels don't look particularly helpful. O and U. How about the T? Gosh, not seeing anything with the T. How about the C? Well, the C feels like there could be something here. Something like Cramosi. But I don't think it is Cramosi. But I think there is a bingo with the C. What am I thinking of with Cramosi? Don't know. And what about coming back to the T? I have the IEST ending. Well, there could be bingos through the T and the C. I'm a bit reluctant to give up on the C because I feel that there is one there. Well, is there really nowhere for Airsome? Well, Woffs is good, but Fey doesn't take an O. And it just doesn't play anywhere else. Well, I think I've spent enough time hoping for inspiration to strike with the C, and it hasn't. So what to do here. Very difficult rack to split up since the tiles are all so bingo-y. Quite tempting to play because the rack lever raise, although Val heavy, is very bingo-y and goes well with T and C. 14 points, not great. But I'm also setting up column 12. Takes A and S, both of which I have. I am going with this. Okay, so does this give me anything? And I have one fewer vowel, so the floating vowels may help. Don't think gracios is good, but the O does look useful. Well, first of all, do I have a 7 for column 12? Don't think I do. So how about the U? Not seeing anything. What about the T? Well, interesting. I'm not immediately seeing a 7 or bingo, but I do have gastric, which is a double-double and is not blocked by vuln. But what about scavenger? For a 95. Not good. Okay. Obviously haven't got my Scrabble head on today. I would need more tiles for vicarages. I probably should play in row A because it's such a good scoring spot. Let me just see what I'm giving up in row E. 48 points. Tempting. That is a lot of points, but I am burning the S. Let's see what I'm getting here. 39. Okay, well, and I'm keeping the S, so I think this is a better spot. But what's the best play? Can I get rid of G and C? And what about keeping the E? No, this is the best I'm seeing. So crave for 39. Wow, I draw a blank, which is good, but the rest of the rack very non-bingo-y. But look at this, axe and zoo available, and that stays available, and opponent only gets 17 points. So this is surely the play. Yep, no other great X spots. And I draw the Q, of course, but I have an I to go with it, and there's a floating U. So this isn't terrible. I don't have fantastic options through the U. I could play Quip, and Quip becomes more attractive now, given that opponents obstructed column 15. I certainly don't have a bingo here. If I don't use the U, are there any good QI spots? Wow, I don't think there are. I could play cheese and wafts, but that burns the S needlessly. No A's for cat. So Quip for 15. Not bad. Only one vowel, but I have the blank, so I may have a playable bingo. I have Radgest with the blank as an E. Not sure that goes anywhere. What about the floaters in Ling? Wondering about Staggard. That may be good. Only face value. What about the N? Grandest is blocked and Dragnets is blocked. How about the I? Oma takes an S. No, how about a play ending in S in row K? So I just need to consider the blank as a vowel. Double A, not seeing anything. Great, well, only 32 for opponent and he burns an S. So nothing with the blank as an A. What about the blank as an E? Does Radgest have an anagram? And I think it does, but I'm not seeing it. How about the blank as an I? Let me move it into position. So, and I'm looking for a bingo ending in S. Not seeing anything. Gorditas through an I. Not seeing anything. Not seeing anything there. And the blank as a Y, not seeing anything. Wow. And Staggard has been blocked by tins. So right now I have no bingos at all. What about a play ending ST? Don't think so. Any two-letter sets to consider? Nothing great. Phi takes nothing after it. Dauf takes nothing in front. So coming back to the C, that doesn't look particularly helpful. No scoring tiles. Now I considered the N with the blank as an E. So let me consider it with the blank as a vowel. 11 minutes on my clock. Nothing with the blank as an A. That's grandest and dragnets, neither of which plays. So this rack plus an I, not seeing anything. This rack plus an I is only gorditas. Nothing there. Or with a Y. Okay, and is the I completely hopeless? 46 tiles to come. Yes, it is. Okay, I need to play, I think. So what about playing gap? 20 points. Wow, 4 consonants. I'd quite like to play off one more, but can I do that? Not easy. Yeah, I am. Am I? What about a play in column 9? What about playing DAG, keeping RST? That does play off one more consonant, 25 points. It's 5 more points. This is a great rack leave. Just wondering if I can play off one more tile down here, but I think I'm going with this. And I am. And what a pick. This looks absolutely tremendous. I am bound to bingo now, surely. I have strides in row K. What about column 15, beginning with G? Well, this looks like there could be something. Not seeing anything, but row K is going to be better than anything through ING apart from a play down from the G. And I lead, wow. I'll be in a strong position if opponent doesn't bingo now. I was going to say I have strident in row E, but it's got to end ST. So I have dirtiest in row E. Is there really nothing down from the C? So I have credit with blank S. Courteous, okay, with the blank as a U, that plays. Let me come back to this G. The blank doesn't have to be a vowel, so I'm just going to squiz through the alphabet. This rack plus a D, plus a G rather. Not seen anything so far. And I feel there should be some plays with the G, even if the G isn't in first place. Opponent's played. Where's he played? Great, my first choice of bingo remains available, but I'm still looking for a column 15 big bingo beginning with G. So I'll just... Oh, what about Gristled? I don't think it's good. Let me finish this exercise. Grodiest is certainly good. Wow. Ah, and there's a Z to come. Let me come back to what I was doing and see if I can see something better. So that's Grodiest, and Digestor is its anagram. Not saying anything. Okay, well, I am going to go with Grodiest. Maybe. That's 80 points. Setting up a 60-point Z play. The alternative was Strides for 73. Only 7 fewer. I'm going to prefer this, or I do prefer it. However, I have something even better because I have Dissert for 84, which provides no bingo floaters, and no hot Z spots, so I'm going with this. And I draw the Z, of course, but I also draw the second blank, so I'm in a very strong position. I lead by 150. Well, that shrunk. I lead by 130, but I'm in good shape. I've got Jizz in row K. Is that the right play? It certainly plays off both the J and the Z. Not a huge score. 32 points, that's quite good. Yeah, I'm minded to go with this. I'm not seeing any other JZ spots, and I'm not seeing any advantage in hanging on to either tile. When I've got a blank, I'm looking to bingo. And there's not a huge number of bingo lanes. There's column 4, there's column 15. I want to get that bingo down quickly. There's also row M. There could be more points on offer. Just wondering about column 3, getting the J doubled, or Z doubled, and through this T. Yeah, this is the last U, so I'm not going to be stuck with 2 of them. I am going with this. Pretty good. And if opponent plays in row M to get value from the Z, they'll be setting up a new bingo lane. But I have Gordiest in column 15. Fantastic. Not seeing anything with the C. Quite a few vowels here. And what about a play ending ST? Well, Gordiest in row E. And I wouldn't have a problem playing that. Very few 9-timers have a G in precisely 5th place, and both blanks have gone, or will have gone. So do I have any 7s, which might possibly play in row M with a massive overlap? Well, I have Diaziel and Ordials. Wow, Diaziel nearly works. Ordials doesn't begin to work. Dissert takes an S, but at the moment Gordiest is my preference in column 15. I've certainly had the run of the tiles in this game. There may well be a bingo in column 3 through IT. Just wondering about dualities. Yeah, I think dualities works. Again, setting up a triple-triple. And a slightly more dangerous one with the S in 3rd place. Opponent 13 minutes on their clock, but they're a long way behind, 160 points behind. And no bingo, and turns over a lot of tiles, so the end of the game draws ever closer. Gordiest for 80. Not bad, no bingo, but I do have some vowels and I have scoring tiles, so that's a welcome sight, and I have a 200-point lead. Just 11 tiles in the bag, but quite bingo-y, however vowel heavy. Let me count the vowels. 11 out of 18. Wow, it's almost all vowels, so opponent would need a decent selection of consonants to bingo. And look at this, opponent last turn had B, V, and Y. Pretty grim. So what am I going to do with this rack? Through an M, I would have phlegm. 31 points for opponent. What about Row H, I have herb, which keeps lots of consonants, which is good because there's lots of vowels to come. Herb for 36. Wow, I only draw one vowel, so opponent could be sitting on quite a few, which is fine. No bingo for me here. Wow, and such a bingo-y set of tiles if you ignore the vowel heaviness, and I was bringing consonants into the draw, so slightly unfortunate not to have a better rack than this. 6 tiles in the bag, and I lead by over 200 points. Jizz takes nothing after it. Just wondering if it takes Z. Well, it may do, but both blanks are gone. Wow, 28 points for opponent, playing just vowels. So, what am I going to do? There are 4 tiles in the bag. They're all pretty bingo-y. I have a huge lead. I guess the thing to do is to play off 3 tiles. So, something like gem. Where can that play? And although I do have scoring tiles, this board doesn't look particularly friendly for scoring tiles. Well, M can go in front of the U of Gaudiest. What about Disserted? Is that good? Because if it is, I have Meg down here for 35. And it's good. Fantastic. So, this looks a little closer to a bingo. Just 1 tile in the bag. Unfortunately, the H duplicates the H of herb. So really, I've just got the S and T to play with. So what about the S? I don't think I have a bingo here. Pre-heel's not good. I would have ephemeral through E and M, I think. And I don't think there are any 2-letter sets to consider. This E of herb not really available. What about the T? So how might that end? L-E-T? No, I'm just not seeing a bingo here. And opponent, well, doesn't face a great rack. Plays off 1 tile, empties the bag. I can see what he's got. I don't think he's bingoing with 3 E's and an O. So can I go out into 5 minutes on my clock? So I've got herpes here. Is that the play? Wow, the opponent's going to probably play in row O. He could play Lee or Leet. Do I have an option in row N? Well, any option is not really going to avoid the risks I've just highlighted. I'm minded to go with this. 38 points is a big score. Opponent's going to struggle to score very much in row O. He's not going to go out, and I certainly am going to go out with AL. I've got La, and I have Lay, so I certainly am going out. Oh, I thought I'd just played. Let me get this down again. Not quite sure what went wrong with there. Yeah, that's better. 512 points on the board. So, where's best for A and L? Al and all for 8. Lob and La for 7. Lack for 7. Ale below herb, 10 points. Lee for 10. Lay for not very much. Yeah, so I think it is ale in row I. Unless opponent does have a bingo, but if he does, it's not going to win. Bo takes an A in front, but I can't go out with that. Yeah, 28 points, which is perhaps more than opponent would have got otherwise. He doesn't provide anything great for me, so I have ale here. And the final score, 293 for my opponent, 526 for me, a winning margin of 233 points. So a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. I had a really grim game in my previous one, and this is the opposite end of the spectrum. Pretty much everything went my way, and I had a huge lead throughout. So here we go. It was me to go first. I played Dauf. That looks fine. Horrible rack for opponent. Plays Koa. FY for 42. That was my play. And now opponent plays out Cook, stopping Airsome. But did I have a bingo? I did. Wow. Wow. Through the T. Amortize as a double-double. What a miss. And it's anagram, atomizer. There was nothing through the C. But wow. Okay. So it's amazing. You make a shocking miss like that and you still go on to win really easily. It's just the way it goes. Certainly didn't deserve to do well after missing that play. So I play for 14, keeping a good rack leave, and look at this. Absolutely awful. Opponent plays Vuln. And now Agrestic and Agastic. Gosh, anagrams of cigarettes. They both play in row E, so another miss, and I play Crave. Opponent plays Uriel, and now my rack swings away from being bingo-y, but I do have a 50-point X play. Opponent plays Ling. Now Chin, F14. Onto the N. I didn't think of that. What do? I play Quip for 15, but Chin would have been better. Now opponent's rack plays Tins. And no missed bingo here, which is good. I played Dag for 25. And Dag was available in the same spot, but the R helps ST blank. Opponent plays Tape here. And now here we go. I have Dessert for 84, which looks best. Opponent's struggling with triplicate tiles. Plays Tannin. And now I lead by 130 and have Jizz for 32, which is good. Opponent plays Brevity. Could have played By. B10. Wow. Ab, Logie, and Equips. That's nice. And I have a really bingo-y rack. Choice of bingos. Gaudiest and Guidages score the most. Opponent plays Woe. And I have Herb for 36. So 200-point lead at this point. Just 6 tiles in the bag. Opponent plays Air. And I have Meg for 35. Opponent's rat. No bingo for him. Plays off 1 tile. And finally, nothing for me. I have Herpes for 38. Hepar's also available in the same spot, and a bunch of others as well, but they all give opponent plays in row O. But let's have a look at this. Row O plays score 28. I didn't mean to do that. D5. Yeah, Leets, Bots, and Herb. So here, opponent had a 25-point play elsewhere, so row N plays were probably best. And finally, Ale for 10 was best. So that was the end of that. What an amazing game. Always great fun to score over 500 points and to win by a huge margin, and doubly satisfying when it comes on the back of a brutal defeat. So absolutely tremendous fun. Many thanks to my opponent for a good game. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time, and like and subscribe. Bye for now.